is Game On Sports
Those two guys make
live
the
here at Highland Park, breaking
Highland
down
Park.
the first round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. I'm your host, Jeremy Beadling, here with...
What's up, guys? I'm Trace Gerard.
I'm Morgan Alexander.
Matthew Bryce.
And obviously we have a live playoff game behind us right now. Well, kind of let's look up forward to next week. The winner of this game is going to be playing
Jackson McKinley and Greg
McKinney against Flower Mound Marcus. Marcus has a huge task ahead. Do you think they can somehow upset McKinney?
For the Colts.
Stranger things have happened, Jeremy. And it is playoff time. We have seen stranger things happen. Think back to J.J. Pierce and Cedar Hill in 2018. That's all you need to know. If McKinney goes into this game sleepwalking, they'll be home tonight.
It's going to be a huge matchup next week for whoever plays between McKinney and Flower Mound Marcus and Arlington and Highland Park, which is going on right behind us. I know I've said it a couple of times. This has to be the first live broadcast in front of a high school playoff game like this. Just so glad to have y'all with us. Another game that's going on tonight is Melissa against.
They're playing. Melissa Cardinals are coming off a ugly loss against Lovejoy. Tonight, they are taking on White House. 7-3 team. White House does have a very high-scoring offense. Melissa as well has a high-scoring offense, but I will say this. We saw that Melissa tried to play through some adversity last week. They couldn't get a stop on defense. Their offense couldn't quite get going. And Morgan, I know you saw a lot of things as well.
Yeah, and I talked to head coach Matt Nally earlier this week, and he told me basically we just didn't do the little things right. And that was the overall issue the whole game. He said there were some outlying factors that they weren't expecting. They said the environment was crazy. He said his kids, all these TV timeouts, the media attention, they were not ready for that, and ultimately it cost them. But what he did say it's the little things, so they can rebound, right? They can rebound this week. But they're playing a tough White House team who has come in now guns a-blazing. And when I talked to their head coach, they said Lovejoy exploited a lot of Melissa's issues, and that was great film for them to watch. They're like, this is fantastic. Now we're going to build on this. We're going to utilize our run game, and when their secondary starts to inch up a little bit, we're going to throw some deep balls and make them pay. And an interesting thing on White House is they have their starting quarterback playing at starting linebacker too. He's playing both sides of the ball. He said, I'm going to have my 11 best players out on the field at all times. And that's what they're going to do to beat this Melissa team.
Yeah, and I will say this, White House is coming off a 2-game losing streak, so they are looking to go into Melissa tonight at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium and go make some noise and come out with the win because, like you said, they're a talented team. They have playmakers, and they are going to do what it takes to have every single playmaker on the field at all times. So I really think that this could be a great high school football matchup tonight.
Well, you can't forget either. Patrick Mahomes went there.
Yeah.
And Josh Green, their starting quarterback, told me earlier this week, he said he'll randomly message me on Instagram. He said it's so surreal to look down at your cell phone and see Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City starting quarterback, saying good luck tonight. So we're playing for him. That's what he said. We're playing for him to make him proud.
And whoever wins that matchup has a tall task next week. As the winner of that matchup, I believe, plays South Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. South Oak Cliff put it on Everman last night. And the thing is, when you play South Oak Cliff, it's not necessarily about matching them athlete for athlete. If you're going to play South Oak Cliff and you're going to beat them, if you want to have a chance to beat them, you got to match them up front in the trenches, offensively and defensively. They have depth, they have size, they have athleticism. Now, as far as Melissa goes, White House is battle tested. They're in a tough district with Texas High and Mount Pleasant and Marshall and stuff like that. And they're coming out of East Texas. No disrespect to anybody, but East Texas plays the best football, pound for pound, top to bottom, in all classifications. So Melissa will have their hands full, and I expect
they do call it Beast Texas for a reason.
Well, and I love that you said that because when I was talking to White House's head coach, he said to me, I told my kids, don't get drawn into all this DFW Metroplex football. He's like, East Texas is the real deal football. And, Patrick Mahomes said, I wasn't highly recruited out of high school, but guys, look at me now. Just because you're from East Texas, you don't have all the glitz and glamour of these stadiums here, doesn't mean you're not a talented football team. And so ultimately, I think you're going to see them come out really strong tonight.
100%. White House will be ready to play, and like Jeremy, you pointed out, they're coming in off a 2-game losing streak.
I'm surprised.
So they're coming in against what Melissa was #1 in the state for 9 weeks.
Yep.
So they see that. White House sees that. They see everyone talking about Melissa being the team to knock off South Oak Cliff in the D2
if you look closely, your offensive.
They may feel a little disrespected.
So to bring it back to the DFW Metroplex, and the game that's actually going on right behind us, Highland Park taking on Arlington. I mean, so far, first quarter, it's been a highly contested match. Arlington actually brought back a kick return that was brought all the way back on a holding call. So it's been a tough contested matchup. I know Highland Park missing their starting quarterback tonight, so that's a huge factor. What do you see so far in this game, Mr. Matthew Bryce?
Number one thing for Highland Park, contain, contain, contain. One way Arlington High can beat you is on the edges. So your edge players, Coach Bobby Lightner, he has to have his edge guys ready. If they don't contain, they're in trouble.
Yeah, and I mean, we've already seen it so far. It's been a battle at the line of scrimmage so far in this game, trying to get that edge.
Oh, he's running. Oh, that's a big-time mistake.
Oh, live action going on right behind us as we speak. But yeah, it's been really trying to get to that edge, have those stretch runs, have those speed options on the outside for both squads, and who can really control the edges of that, interior.
Yeah, well, and Arlington is a team that does limit their opponents to a very few points as well, and they have a solid defense. And I'll say this, they are not playing scared. You can see right behind us that they are playing with a lot of pride and a lot of positive energy. They are coming into Highland Stadium trying to make some noise and walk out with the win. And I think that that's going to be something that is a huge key to victory for the Colts. But Highland Park, they are a talented football team. They got guys who are very well coached, who can sling the rock and who can make plays on both sides of the ball. So it's going to be an interesting way to see how this game ends up. It could come down to the wire.
I mean, as we all say, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get with Texas high school football. So for this week, we're breaking out all of the key matchups, but next week you got to stay tuned because it's going to be bigger. It's going to be better next week as we break down all the key matchups this year in Texas high school football playoffs.
We good? Fantastic.
I think I blinked. I think I blinked. We need to do it again.
Having the game behind me is so weird because I keep on wanting to look back.
I heard noise. I'm like, look.
Really loud, you're like,
I was kind of hoping a touchdown would have me like, oh shit, a touchdown.
And just like that, like I said, he's setting the edge. He's setting the edge.
And that's a touchdown! CJ Stroud! Yeah! Jeremy,
Great job.
is it fair to say we're like
Good job. This will be smoother next time.
yeah, I'm the Prosper head coach.
Okay. Oh, no. It'll be smoother next